Exiting Thailand Chiang Mai on Nok Air, the Flying Chicken, and heading towards Vietnam. And Danang is the city we were in. Check out the French village on the hill at Sunworld. Check out some life culture on the beach. And lots of seafood going on here, and we'll show you some crazy stuff as well. So hang around, check out this guy with a snake up his nose, and some more videos that we're going to make. So check out the series. To another episode of The Life and Times of an Artist Who Paints,
makes music and meets people, and then wraps it all up by sideshows. For your entertainment, please don't ever be lonely and don't feel unloved.
Join me on Patreon.
This is the Stephen Dix Chronicles. I'm currently in a French village, but it's not somewhere you think it might be. It's actually in Vietnam, and it's about half an hour's drive and the longest cable car ride in the world up into the hills above Danang. And yeah, if you like cable car rides, it's pretty intense stuff. So this is a French village on the top of a very high mountain, and there's a lot of people here. They're mostly Vietnamese and Chinese. As far as a French village goes, it's a massive complex, and it's a bit like a Movie Brothers, Warner Movie World, Warner Brothers, Disneyland, only everything's French buildings. But there's a lot of restaurants, a lot of things to eat, and a lot of Vietnamese food to eat as well. So I've just had a glass of wine to keep my sanity, and we're going out for a little bit more. They do have wine tasting here, but I couldn't tell you if anyone here knows anything about wine. Okay, we're going to look at the carnival.
So our French carnival started out with Star Wars theme, naturally, because it's French themed. And from what I could tell, the entertainment was really just a bunch of backpackers with sparkly dresses shaking their ass. And a handful of Swedish guys with drums who, after this parade, you would see them walking around the theme park, smoking and hitting on each other. So there's a multi-level entertainment centre here where all the games are free. There's more restaurants, there's rides, there's crazy mirror house, fun rooms, and a lot of people. So if there's a particular arcade game you want to play, you might have to wait a while, because if it's high season, there's going to be Chinese everywhere. And if you don't know much about Asian culture, they love to have their photo taken, so they're constantly stopping and sitting down in special chairs and standing in front of lamp posts and doing selfies and, you know, photos of themselves constantly. The main gardens at the base of the Barna Hills theme park is still under construction, as you can see. And I guess probably some of the takeaway notes is that if you like Vietnamese food, this is probably a good place to see Vietnamese food. Not so much French food. There's a bakery, but not a lot on offer, and certainly nothing for lunch. It's more just sweets and coffee. There's also a number of temples at the top of the very top of the mountain. So it hasn't entirely been dedicated to French culture. And you can actually stay at Sunworld at the Mercure Hotel, and which explains why we saw the odd bridal party around getting their photos taken. And so most of the theme park is a facade of French architecture. You don't want to look too closely, as it really isn't genuine. And but the time we were there, it was quite overcast and the clouds were still hugging the hill, so you wouldn't know. When in France, do Russian. Is there a French restaurant?
Not French. Not French.
So it's going to cost you $150 to do this whole thing and get the crazy taxi ride out there and get up to the mountain. One thing you might want to just keep note of is if you do have kids, some of the Asians can be extremely rude and just shove your kids out of the way if they're trying to go somewhere. So yeah, I would advise just check it out big time on the internet before you go. We just kind of went on a whim and wish that we'd sort of known a little bit more, because there is a swimming pool there. You can have a swim, which you would do if you got there early enough. But yeah, check it out.